Okay, and you say, okay, I'm not doing this because the demonic is uh, against. So what you're doing is you subdue Christ and the demonic. So who do you make God of in this situation? Okay, think about it. Okay, and every time you do this, you will for you like strangely for you, because you don't understand, like I didn't understand what you're doing. Okay, you will experience like unexpectedly for you the sting of sin, because you chose like you checked Christ by law, and the law is under sin, and you obeyed sin by trying to obey the law, by checking Christ, who is free from the law, okay, with the law, which actually is sin. And you like drinking from the cup of sin, okay, from the cup of demons. And this is actually a sin which Apostle John said not to pray about such a person. This is a sin unto death. Okay, when you go alone with your new nature, you are gorging of the new nature. You are conveying the new nature grace, cleansing and reviving the environment around you and yourself with the grace of God, with the the blood and the body of Jesus, okay, who became sin for us, to dwell inside of us instead of thanks God, and instead of sin when He cleaned us, okay. So this is like say it's a inappropriate behavior, like say inappropriate socially wise, because in the paradise people were not even clothed, okay. So in front of God it's not a sin at all. But Apostle Paul says, well, this is not pray for such person when he goes alone with his new nature and does something that public is not ready for, okay, because public doesn't understand it, public considers it sin, because public is under demonic, okay. And John says pray for such person, okay, and let God like cleanse him even more, and will restore him to the fullness. Because when you go alone with the new nature, whoever calls it sin, okay, it's like at least it's a sin not unto death, according to Apostle John, okay. So you can so it's much better to remain like this. To you will like regret really bad when you lose this at first glance difficult position. Then you like trying to get the new baptism of the Holy Spirit and it doesn't happen, and it's not gonna happen, okay. And you're trying for the demonic to silence, to agree for once with the new nature. It's never gonna happen. So but when the remains of the new nature get cut from you, you will understand how bitter it is. That's why people, when it happens, even though it is said it's not losing salvation, they question their salvation if it actually remains, okay. Because it's like falling from heaven, like, okay, you were working in heaven and now you're like working on earth, okay. So and all the lots of things shift in life when it happens, okay. So you better remain like this. It's much better to like go ignoring the accusations of Satan and having still the connection to the new nature, and go alone and get married and have children with a woman, because people, especially women, saved people, they will see not this. They will not see you affect, they will see your new nature. You will, because of accusation of Satan, think of yourself as dirty sometimes. But since you have this, they will look and recognize this, because they also connected to this. Okay, and you are like, you are kings, you meaning like, you stem from the same new nature. You are in communion. And it's very important. Once you lose it, it gets cut, the conversation is over. You're not in communion with those people who you were like, why am I even deserving to be in communion with them? Okay, for instance, and they like lean into you. This is very important. So you want to even be recognized by those people who used to lean to you, if you tear yourself from this. Okay, so I say again, ignore the accusation, go with this new nature. And I don't know, and I haven't done it myself, and I to the last moments, like 2 years ago, were thinking of how to get rid of this first, how to get baptized again, how to, I don't know. And I was scared to act on the new nature and ignore this. But whenever I started doing it, like steps, whenever I would take steps, this golden would start washing over me. This would also try to penetrate more, but this golden would flood over me. And I think there is a possibility that walking alone with this new nature would clean you eventually. Okay, so that's what I say.